All right, here we go. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Tatonya Holman. And just a little bit about me. I'm a co-founder, co-owner of a boutique travel agency here in the DMV area, DMV meaning DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And we focus on group travel. So I've been in business for about 18 years. So if you're looking for any group travel opportunities, please hit us up. But today, I want to talk to you about a platform called Novatech. Again, welcome to our guests for joining us this morning. We have guests from all over the country and all over the world. We have someone dialing in from Havana, so very excited about that. The word is getting out, you all. I love financial literacy and I love sharing information that can enrich people's lives. And Novatech has done just that. So again, thank you for carving out the time with us to spend this morning. We won't be before you long, but we have some information we want to share that we think is going to be valuable to your life. So Novatech has been in business for about 3 years, going into its 4th year. I started my journey with Novatech in August of 2021, and it has truly blessed my family. So today we're going to talk about the power of compound earnings. We're also going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency. If you have not heard about cryptocurrency, it's okay. I didn't either about a year ago, but it has taken the world by storm. And we are here to share with you some information that you really need to take a look at closely and potentially add it to your portfolio, right? And so when I got introduced to Novatech by Mr. Stan Richards, he called me and said, Tanya, I want you to take a look at this opportunity. We do that with each other. We have different opportunities that we share. And I looked at it, what I really loved about it is that I could really leave it and forget it. So this does not have anything to do with any other things that you're doing. It's a platform that's going to make money while you sleep, right? Who wants to make money while they sleep? Raise your digital hand. I know I do, right? And so we were always looking for opportunities to create passive income that you can really just wake up. And every Friday is what we call it in the group. We have between 2 and 4% in our account, right? And so that's what I'm excited about, is that I wake up Friday mornings with the group and we wake up and we have money in our account. That's what you call passive income, right? And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the biggest trend that is happening, and it's called Forex, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, all those different terminologies you've probably heard about, but not real versed on it, but that's okay. We're here to share and help you get acclimated to what's going to become the norm, right? And so when you know better, you have to do better. And so this platform is different because everyone is making money. Not the people who came in first, but every single person who comes into Novatech is making money every single Friday, y'all, every single Friday. And so what I want to do, I want to show you a calculator. It has nothing to do with Novatech. It's a third-party tool that we love to use here that you can actually just plan out the next 3 to 5 years of your financial portfolio. And so I'm going to share that with you all now and walk through a couple of scenarios that I think is going to change the way you think about this platform. So I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to go to the calculator now. Hope you can see my screen. Chris, I'm assuming you can see it. So this calculator is called the calculator site. You can log on right now to the calculatorsite.com. It's not affiliated again with Novatech. It's a third-party tool that people use to plan out their financial portfolio. So if you want to walk through the scenarios while I'm on the phone now or on this call, please feel free to do so. Again, not affiliated with Novatech, but I have this bookmarked on my computer. I use it weekly to figure out what my portfolio is going to look like in the next 3 to 5 years. So if you decide to look at Novatech or join the Novatech family, this is what you could potentially make over the next 3 to 5 years, right? So anyone who has traditional bank accounts, right? Bank of America, SunTrust, Truist, any of those traditional banks, Navy Federal, right? You probably noticed that you're not making a whole lot of money every single year. The interest on an account with any of those traditional banks ranges between 0.02 and 0.06 per year. Not a whole lot of money, right? And so what we're asking you to do is take a look at this opportunity. If you have some money sitting over in your traditional bank account in the savings that's not doing anything, think about putting this into to the Novatech opportunity. We yield between 2 to 4% every single week. They have not missed a week paying us for the last 3.5 years. Let me say that again. They have not missed a week paying us for the last 3.5 years. So every single Friday, we get between 2 and 4% average. Sometimes a little bit less, and sometimes a little bit more. What I'm going to show you with this Forex compounding calculator is I'm going to show you an investment of $1,000. If you have $1,000 sitting over an account somewhere and say, hey, I can afford to put $1,000 into this platform and let them just see how it works. Go ahead and put over $1,000. We get an average of 3% every single week. So I'm going to change this to 3%, and I'm going to put weekly right here. Let's look at 3 years, what this $1,000 could potentially yield, right? And compounding again every single week. So make sure you have all the elements in here appropriately. $1,000, 3% weekly for the next 3 years. And let's calculate and see what that looks like. So one time, $1,000. This is not one time. This is not $1,000 every single month, every single quarter. This is a one-time $1,000 that compounds every single Friday. This is what you could potentially have in your account in 3 years. What I like to do is look at it monthly, right? I like to see my money monthly. I want to see what I'm making every single month. And then, of course, what it looks like yearly. So in 3 years, you have about $100,000, a little over $100,000. That's a one-time $1,000 investment. So let's look at that monthly. The first month, you make about $136. Not life-changing money, but it could certainly pay a bill, right? And you continually make this money because you're compounding this money every single week. So after the first year at 12 months, you have about $4,600. This is what I started my daughter off. I did $1,000. She's in college. I said, hey, put $1,000 in, let that money work while she's sleeping, right? Let it work while she's sleeping because she doesn't have to do anything, but compound every single Friday. In 2 years, she'll have over $21,000. Now that becomes some good money after 2 years, right? In 3 years, she'll have over $100,000 in her account. So let's look at this. Let's say in the next 5 years, right? A couple more years later, she's 21 now. So at 20 in 5 years, she'll be 26 years old. She could potentially be a millionaire. $1,000 that I invested, she didn't do anything. Every Friday, it compounded itself. And in 5 years, she will have over $2.1 million. That becomes life-changing money. And that becomes a milestone in her life. At 26 years old, she can have over $2 million, right? So again, please go on mute. I think I hear some background noise. Make sure you go on mute, please. Thank you so much. So again, breaking this down every single month. Again, 1 year, $4,600, 2 years, $21,000, 3 years, she'll have over $100,000, 4 years, close to $500,000. That's correct, close to $500,000. And then in 5 years, she'll have over $2.1 million. Okay, so this is potentially what her portfolio could look like in the next 5 years. And let me plug in what I started off with Novatech last year in August 2021. Me and my husband started with an investment of $2,500. We had this sitting over a Navy Federal account, wasn't doing anything, wasn't making any money, although the banks are making money off your money, but they're only giving you a very small percentage of what they're making. So we started with $2,500, again, 3%. That's the average what we make weekly, 5 years, and again, it compounds every single week. You all, this is going to change lives. I'm telling you, in the next 3 to 5 years, this platform is going to change the trajectory of so many lives, thousands and millions of lives. So my portfolio could potentially look like over $5 million in 5 years. Let's break this down. The first year, right, about $11,000. So I've exceeded that. Let me just say that I started last August. I've already exceeded that, right? 2 years, we'll have over $54,000. Again, that's a one-time investment of $2,500 that is compounded every single week. You all have to get this. Compound interest is something you have to have as a part of your portfolio. That is what millionaires do. This is what billionaires do. And you have to have compound interest as part of a platform that can help you make millions of dollars. In 3 years, we're looking at about $250,000. It only goes up from there. And in 4 years, we're looking over $1 million. And in 5 years, $5 million. So in the next couple of years, we're looking to retire. We're at the age where we're really looking at our portfolio, and Novatech is going to help us do that. Okay. And so I want to give you just a couple scenarios of what this could potentially be in the next 3 to 5 years. This is not a money grab opportunity. If you're looking for that, this is not the platform. This is a platform where you potentially in the next 3 to 5 years could see massive growth in your portfolio and have an opportunity to really retire, buy that home that you want, that car, pay your kids' college, whatever desires that you have and dreams that you have for your life. You could do that with having Novatech as part of your portfolio. Okay. So without further delay, I hope this was helpful. I want to bring up Mr. Chris, who is amazing. He is part of our, I call him the vice president of the group meet, because what he does is servant leadership. He is always so helpful. He is helping everyone in the group. If you become a member of Novatech, you'll be part of this amazing community. Chris is a person you can tap on at any time. He believes in helping people. He believes in sharing this information. And so I want to make sure that you all understand that he's an expert in what he does. He does everything in excellence. And I want to bring him on now so he can actually show the presentation about Novatech to get you some more information so you can make an informed decision. Chris, I'm going to turn it over to you and stop sharing. And yes, I can see your screen. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thanks so much, Tanya. You can hear me fine?
I can.
Great. Well, that calculator every single time, folks, it doesn't, as they say, people lie, numbers don't. You're, in front of an opportunity here, Novatech, right? So what is Novatech? Well, Novatech is basically a company that operates as a pool of funds that trade fully automatically in the cryptocurrency markets, as well as in the Forex international currency markets. They also have services and products that include Bitcoin and crypto ATM machines that operate right here out of Florida. They also have crypto and debit card transactions that they process, as well as for us here in the United States, they trade cryptocurrency 7 days a week on our behalf. And they also trade Forex on the international market for our team members around the globe. Now, with the company here, you have the CEO, Cynthia Petillon, and the COO, her husband, Eddie Petillon. I'm not going to read all of their accomplishments, but combined, the two of them have over 40 years of experience in this market, in the blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and Forex trading markets. They, in addition, established this company over 3 years ago now. June of 2019 is when Novatech started. So they have 3 years of success in business. The initial push of why they created Novatech was to provide customers with affordable investment and financial solutions. What they created here, folks, is what I consider a even playing field, right? You can get started wherever you feel comfortable. And then Novatech is going to trade your investment along with everyone else's investments on our behalf. You don't need to have knowledge of trading Forex. You don't need the knowledge of worrying about cryptocurrency coins going up or down. As we know, they fluctuate. Novatech also is their own trading platform. MetaTrader 5 is an app that is used in the trading arena. They are actually their own trading. They're their own brokerage. If you go to MetaTrader 5 right now, download that app, search for Novatech, you could actually independently go trade for yourself on their platform. So as I mentioned, they trade cryptocurrency for us here in the United States 7 days a week. And then for investors that are around the globe, they actually also trade in the Forex market 5 days a week. So when you think about this, right? I lost my screen, sorry. You think about it like this. I've heard the reference of thinking about it like a banking account, and that's true, because what you're going to do is you're going to start what's called a PAM account. Now, what a PAM account is it's a pool of funds, right? I think trying to over explain it can hinder some people. You hear cryptocurrency and you go running, right? Because you've heard the news, you're paying attention to the headlines of Bitcoin lost 50% in the last 6 months. That's not what we're doing here, right? That's totally not what we're doing here. We're not buying and trading anything. We're making an investment into a pool of funds. There's a PAM account. PAM account stands for Percentage Allocation Management Module, right? It's simple. You make your investment, you get in where you fit in, and the company trades on our behalf. The coolest thing here is those profits are made within our accounts, and we need no experience whatsoever in the trading platform. So now what they do is every week they print out what is called a progress report, and this is going to show up in your back office. So let's go back to January of 2021, which is a little over a year and a half now. We're coming up on the end of 2022. From January 2021 all the way through the end of that year, December, their 12-month average rate of return was 4.8%. That's unheard of. 14.8% a month rate of return for their investors. I got a little excited when I saw that, and I said, wow, what happened this year? So as you see here, I have a graph of January of this year, 2022, all the way through until the end of September, just a couple weeks ago. On average, you see January paid out 11.5%, February 11.2%, March, so on. Now, if you think back about 8 months ago, in May, we had one of the worst financial months in this country in the last 40 years. There was 1 week where we only earned about 0.5%, but guess what? That same week, Ma and Pa lost half of their retirement accounts, right? This right here is sustainable because they're paying out profits based on the profit of the company. So like if the company doesn't make money, they have no money to pay. So it's in all of our incentives that the company continues to show profits. Now, if you had a traditional account, you would have rules and regulations, right? There's certain things. If you make a certificate of deposit, the bank is going to hold that for whatever the term is. But here, there's no expiration dates. You can trade as long as you want. There's no purchasing requirements. And guess what? You can cancel at any time. On top of that, there's no earning caps. Your weekly profits are paid out on Fridays. You can either pull those profits or compound and reinvest them back in to trade next week at a higher balance. What's important here also is you have 100% access to your capital at any given time. So what you're going to do if this opportunity is something that enlightens you is you're basically going to pick a package. You can start off at a builder package as low as $99 or go all the way up to a platinum package, investing as much as $24,999. Myself personally, I started in the middle. I started at a silver package at $2,500. Now, this is cryptocurrency in and cryptocurrency out. Don't worry about that. I know you've heard a lot of negative press about cryptocurrency. The person who invited you here has already done this. It's a really simple process. We'll show you how to get it put into your account, and you can start trading immediately. They accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and USDT Tether, which is ERC20 network. Now, 30 days from when you sign up, they're going to assess what's called a monthly service fee. But don't worry. It's not like you're attaching your ATM card or you're going to have to keep putting $25 into your account. That monthly service fee actually comes out at the end of the 30 days, and it comes out of your profits. So many of us here don't even notice that fee. It comes out, but it's not a big deal because it comes out of the profits that they pay us. Now, I will say, for folks here in the United States, there's no service available in Texas, South Carolina, Montana, Alaska, and Hawaii. That has nothing to do with Novatech. Those are strictly state regulations that you cannot operate an account personally in those states. Now, they also have, for some of our more accredited or heavy investors, larger packages. They have a VIP package that starts at $25,000, takes you all the way up to $99,999. The benefit here is, first, every single month after your first 30 days, they're going to pay you a 1% monthly cash back on your earnings from the previous month. They also waive the $25 service fee. We also can invest at what's called the President's Club level. That's for investors wishing to invest $100,000 or more. Now, the benefit here is after your first 30 days, they're going to pay you 2.5% monthly cash back on your earnings. You also receive a $1,000 bonus. And once again, they also waive the monthly fees. So what that was right there is kind of the passive investor, the someone who sees this opportunity, wants to test the waters. They want to, start seeing their rate of return after a couple weeks. But Novatech also provides us the opportunity, which you're watching today, to share it, right? You can share this with folks, like-minded folks that might see an opportunity here. And I'm not going to go through the entire affiliate program, but I want to touch on a couple things. So let's say when I saw this opportunity, my sponsor showed me exactly what this was. I said, great, I'm getting started. So I got started, made my initial deposit. My sponsor got what was called a direct referral bonus. And that bonus is paid to whoever invites you to this opportunity, and it's an unlimited direct referral. Now, the second one here is what's called an indirect. Now, the indirect is, now I saw the opportunity, it's been working for me, and I'm doing what I'm doing today and sharing that opportunity. So when anyone gets started with me, I'm going to receive a direct referral, but my sponsor, the gentleman who brought me in, he's going to get what's called an indirect referral. That pays 7 levels down. There's also fast track bonuses. Basically, you're going to get paid bonuses as you achieve certain levels within the affiliate program. There's also check matching. Now, check matching to me is probably, it's turning into the biggest commission. What is check matching? Well, I shared this opportunity now with about 13 people, and then they start sharing it with other people, right? Every single week, I get a percentage of their profits that gets paid out on Saturdays in a bonus commission, right? So at a certain point, even if you're not building a huge organization, these are just extra bonuses that Novatech says, boom, because you're sharing this opportunity and building our pool of funds, we're going to pay you back in a check matching bonus. We also have residual bonuses that also pay through 9 levels. That right there, the residual, if you remember that $25 service fee that they assess after your first 30 days, the company's so generous, they actually pay that out amongst your group as a bonus. We also have rank achievements all the way up to $100,000, as well as profit-based sharing as well. So guys, it's Saturday morning. I know we got a weekend ahead of us right here on the East Coast in the United States. It's a beautiful fall morning. I don't want to hold you guys too long, but every time I share this, there's normally 3 types of people that see this opportunity, all right? Person number 1 says, you know what, Chris? I see this. What do I have to do, right? And to that person, I say, great. Get back in contact with the person who invited you on here this morning. They're going to show you some very simple steps and get you started, and you're off and running. Person number 2 says, well, it makes a lot of sense, but I'm not sure about some stuff, and I do have some questions. You know what? We actually love questions. I've been doing this long enough. I can almost promise you I can answer every single question that anybody would have. So get back in contact with that person again who invited you this morning. They're going to answer your questions. They also have a team of other affiliates that work with them, and we are all working together in this opportunity. And then person number 3 just says, you know what? I got a lot of stuff going on right now. It's not the right time, and that's totally fine. This is not for everybody. We're not trying to recruit or upsell anybody in this. It's been working for us, and that's why we share it. So for that person, thank the person who invited you here. They saw something in you that they felt this opportunity might be the right thing for you. And you know, it's always maybe not the right time, and that's perfectly fine. So I thank everyone this morning. Let me stop sharing my screen. I thank you all this morning. We'd like to keep this short and sweet, and everyone can get on about their day. Once again, thank you all for the opportunity, and we will see you all